Hi guys, before I go ahead and start the unboxing today, I wanted to give a really huge shout out and thank you to Near Mint Condition, Omar, Melanie, thank you guys so much. I cannot believe I won one of your giveaways. I won this box for their 50,000 subscriber giveaway. They're one of my all-time favorite comic YouTubers. They're one of the reasons I wanted to start my own, and I'm ecstatic that I won a prize today. And just thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, check out their channel. It's one of my favorites. And let's go ahead and get started today. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dominic, and welcome to the Comic Book Report, where we review comic books and graphic novels so you can get an idea of what to read. Today, as we continue Comics by Night, I'll be doing an unboxing for Why the Last Man Omnibus. But before we do, here's a general spoiler warning. I'll be flipping through this collection and might be commenting on some of the plot points. You've been warned. Now let's go ahead and get to that unboxing. Alright, and here's my giveaway box I won from Near Mint Condition, and this is a big boy. I'm so excited to open up and see what we've got inside. I know I won the Why the Last Man Omnibus, which I'm so excited to take a look at right now, but I heard that there might be extras as well, so let's go ahead and see what's happening. Oh wow, and look at that, we got Judge Dredd America. I've never heard of this one. I actually haven't read any Judge Dredd yet myself. I flipped through a few collections at bookstores and things like that. But wow, really excited. I see Garth Ennis is involved. I'll need to give this one a read. Wow, thank you so much. And what do we have here? It looks like some single issues. All right. We got an Avengers and part of the Siege event here. Very cool. I don't collect a ton of single issues, but this is such a great little bonus. Wow, thanks again, guys. And now to our featured presentation here, the Why the Last Man Omnibus, and this thing is a behemoth. Whoa, look at this guy. Hope I don't drop this on myself while I'm reading. I'm likely to knock myself out. This is a heavy one. Alright everyone, and here we go. Take a look at the cover art here. It's really beautiful. I love the kind of realism look. Beautiful, beautiful cover and design of this Omni. Now let's go ahead and take a look underneath the dust jacket, and wow, some more just beautiful full-page artwork here. The under the dust jacket art is even more impressive in my opinion. This is just a beautifully constructed omnibus. And after we sufficiently look under the dust jacket, we'll go ahead and take a look at the spine. Let's go ahead and open it up and see how it lays. And honestly, really not too bad, especially for a collection this size. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and break into the contents itself. The Why the Last Man Omnibus collects the entire series, which is Why the Last Man, issues 1 through 60, and it also includes a bit of a sketchbook as part of the extras in the back of the collection. And while I usually flip through the entire collection in these omnibus reviews, I'm going to try to skip around as I pass through this collection to try to reduce the amount of spoilers overall, simply because I haven't finished reading this collection yet, and I don't want to have too much spoiled for me. But, like I did in the warning at the beginning, there will probably still be spoilers, so just as a heads up. For those that don't know, Why the Last Man is a series published by DC's Vertigo imprint between 2002 and 2008. The story focuses on Yorick Brown, who is by all appearances the titular last man on Earth, after a global plague appears to wipe out all that are carrying the Y chromosome, men, boys, and even male animals. This plague essentially establishes the dystopia in this present-day world, and this series largely picks up with Yorick just trying to find his way back to his girlfriend/fiancé ? Now that the world has completely changed. All the while, he has become a functional target, as well as the sole hope for the propagation of humanity. And that's effectively the setup for this 1,440-page tome in front of me. And I have to say, it's so exciting to have this whole epic in one single collection. Personally, I've dabbled with Why the Last Man in the past. I've maybe read the first dozen or 24 issues, and there's a whole lot to love about this series. There's some very strong writing by Brian K Vaughan, who modern readers might know from his hit Saga, and while that space opera is great all on its own, for something a little more down to earth, anyone else love the pun? We have Why the Last Man. I should note as well, unlike some of my other videos, Why the Last Man isn't quite as kid-friendly, I would say, similar to Saga. There is some violence, sexual content, profanity, things like that. But there's also some stunning narrative voice, some amazing twists and turns, at least from what I've read so far, and some beautiful artwork. As I said, Why the Last Man is something special. From what I've read so far, it really holds up, and it has you reaching for each subsequent issue, as most of them end on cliffhangers. So again, it's pretty wonderful to have it all collected in a singular volume. This might be a good recommendation as well for those that want to get into comics but prefer something that has a beginning, middle, and end. Like many indie titles, this isn't something that's gone on in perpetuity forever and ever and ever with no end in sight. This is a definitive 60-issue run, and for many, I know that's their preferred way to read comics. As you can see, I'm skipping faster now, as I mentioned, as we get toward the end of the book to avoid too many spoilers for some of you, including myself. But hopefully this still gives you a fantastic idea of what to expect from Why the Last Man. From its high gloss pages to remarkably little gutter loss, I'm really impressed at what they were able to do in this omnibus. A big thanks again to Omar and Melanie over at Near Mint Condition. Thank you for this omnibus. If you've enjoyed this unboxing and want more of my comic content, please consider subscribing or checking out some of my other videos. Have a good night.